Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about reptile enclosure thermostats, why these can come in handy, and then a really cost-effective one that does its job great. So right now I'm going to show you just a typical setup for a collared lizard in a 75-gallon enclosure. You have the UVB light basking area, and then you can use the laser gun to see if the temperature is right, but this is a way to do a constant measuring. And what I have here right now is an INKBIRD ITC-308. I'm going to show you here on the INKBIRD website. They have a bunch of different things, but again, this is an outlet thermostat controller. And again, INKBIRD has multiple different really cool things for cooking, other things, temperature control, humidity control, you name it, with a cool app as well. So I got this in the mail. Again, comes well packed. I opened this before, but I closed it back up just to show you guys what it's like for opening the box here. And again, comes with a 1-year warranty, which is pretty good because they'll back it up in case anything happens to it here. You can write the order ID, everything else for that information. Has a really informative step-by-step little packet here that I'll show you guys later of how to follow through and just check everything out as well. Just flipping it through here to show you guys a little bit of what it has, and then just opening the box more, you guys can see this is what the actual thermostat looks like. We have the US grade outlets here, we have the temperature probe, and also the plug just to give it the power source. Again, comes well packed, and this one was in great condition, so I loved how it came to me. Had a nice insulated package outside of this that I came in. Again, the US outlets, one for cooling, one for heating, and I'll show you guys how I got this to work perfectly for the temperature control for the enclosure. So again, pretty decent size, has a little screw access on the top where I show you how I actually attach it to the side of the enclosure, but you can screw it into the wall or just hang it somewhere else. Pretty convenient, pretty easy, and I'll show you again. It comes in multiple different outlet types for any of you watching over the pond in Europe. You got a EU, a UK socket, US sockets, and also AU sockets. Now just flipping through the brochure, there's some easy steps just to follow of exactly how to set up this properly. I'm going to go slow just to show you guys. Shows a temperature range of 4 degrees to 140, which is perfect for what we need for a collared lizard. Again, I'll show you later the different socket types you can get in it, how to get the app. I'll show you as well what the app looks like and the download process later on in this video. But again, you can scan that barcode right there, get straight to the app, and this is pretty cool because you could be at work and you can adjust what you want the thermostat to be at digitally after you set this up. So pretty convenient. Say, hey, it's going to be really hot or something's going on and you want to cool them down a little bit. This is what the app looks like. I'll show you again later, but easy ways just to pretty much adjust from anywhere you are. So you don't even need to be there by the enclosure. You could be visiting friends, visiting family, and change the temperature needed. As well, you can see if it's going too high, you can adjust it down lower to make it go through the setting. And I'll show you how I set it up with a timer to make sure that they get the full needed, on average 10 to 12 hours of light, sometimes 14 if you're trying to breed, but again, very important to follow this. Now moving on to the setup, I'm going to show you guys here how I simply just click the set button. It lets you move what the temperature you want. I already had it at 107, but moving it back because that's ideally where they start to retreat from basking. I'm going to show you here just the enclosure with it set up here. As you can see, it's starting to move up when she's basking, but you can see again, putting the thermostat probe exactly where the basking temperature is, covering it up so they don't get tangled with the wire, and just running it carefully over up to the side. Gives you an easy way where I actually have it attached to the screen top here where you can see my temperature set in for 107, it raising, and then down below I have the actual timer giving me 12 hours of light. And one of the cool things that happens later that I'll show you is when it turns off, it actually stops the timer as well, so you know whenever the light is on, you're getting that constant 12 hours, and then you just set it to be to where it ideally doesn't go above 107 at all, to where you get a consistent and constant time period of lighting. Now moving on here, I'm going to show you guys the app. Now going into the App Store, you can see here INKBIRD Smart is what the app's called. Generally this is the pictures you can see, and then I'll show you again. They have great ratings. I believe it's a 4.7 stars, pretty much 5-star rating. Really good tech support. Good frequently asked question portion here. When you log in, there's a policy that you can read, agree to it, then you select again here the ITC-308 with the Wi-Fi. They send you a code to log into your account. Again, you can use an email or a phone number to send this information to, and then when you connect, again, it has a circle bar here, 5%, then connecting 50%, and then it completely downloaded for me here with 77. Probably took about 2 to 3 minutes to download and connect everything, and then this was the temperature I had it constant at here, which is a great temperature. Again, ideally 95 to 105, and I set it in at 107. This is just showing you some more of the features and going down to settings, and this is actually the parameters that for a collar lizard you guys should set up to where I have a 1 degree fluctuation here. Again, 65 at the low point, 107 at the high, which means heating will kick on during that time frame for the whole period, and make sure that you are actually not going above 107 and not going below 65 degrees. Now moving on to temperature control, again, you don't want it above 107 because they will start to retreat, not bask. So here I show you it's getting close to 107. It's already at 106. I put a ceramic heater there just to artificially increase. Here you see 105 as the temperature is increasing. She's basking completely fine, and I missed it the first time, but I'll show you guys later moving closer to her to actually capture it. But it turns off, as you can see, at 107 degrees, where you want to not get higher than that. It'll actually turn off and let it cool back down to 106. So here's going to show you it's at 106, and it's going to go up to 107. An alarm's going to be set. It's going to turn the light off to let it cool down. I'm standing right there and kind of freak her out so she moves, but as you saw in the other one when the light was off, she was still hanging out at the basking spot. So if you guys aren't around, they'll normally just stay there and bask through it, and then when it turns back on, they're getting their UVB light. And as you can see here, I'm going to show another video clip as it cooled down again. She walks right back over and starts basking. So this is perfect to where it turns off, but then it also turns off the timer, so you're getting that constant number of hours for your lighting. So it's not like a dimmer system where you lose it. Again, 95 to 105 with nothing going above 107 because they do retreat. And then I have it now with the ceramic heater a little bit dimmed, where it stays at a constant 102, where she's basking for the full time frame of the 12 hours, getting the proper UVB lighting in that we want for her. And again, this thermostat works great. Only $38.99, so really cheap one and very efficient. I hope you guys enjoyed.